Welcome students to class 11 English classes conducted by your English teacher Monica Kaur. Before I start Snapshots, please I request you all to like, share and subscribe my channel, and for other notifications please ring the bell icon. Chapter 4, Albert Einstein at School, Part 4. Students, some facts about Albert Einstein. He was an average student when he born. And most important, even being from an average student, he discovered the physics most important pillar, and that was the theory of relativity. And when he died, students, one of the pathologist, Dr. Thomas Harvey, stolen his mind. Albert Einstein's greatest passion was to play violin in any condition. Welcome back students to class 11 English classes, part 4 of Snapshots, lesson number 4, Albert Einstein at School, written by Patrick Pringle. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you or discuss with you the main points of this chapter as well as the extra questions of this chapter. You have to write these extra questions along with your assignment in your fair notebook. Okay? So let's start. First of all, let's start with the main points. The story actually revolves around these 6 or 7 points. So the first main point is that Albert Einstein had a very bad encounter with Mr. Braun in his history class. Okay. So under it, you will quote it whole of the story, that how he asked him the question from the Waterloo and he was not able to answer, and there the argument said that he did not like cramming the education, and he started telling them that the education should be that exploration of the mind, not the rotten education, like this. Okay. Now, the second point is that Einstein did not like his school environment. His detachment with the school was really so bad in this chapter. And under this main point, we got it that his mentally situation was really very bad. Okay, not only this, he was disturbed, as well as he had only one friend, and that was Yuri. That's it. Okay. Now the third point comes up with that he had pleaded Yuri to help him to get out from this place. Okay, although Yuri tried to convince him by telling that he was in a safe hands about his hostel life and everything else, but he did not. Then he had a very healthy, very light argument on education with Elsa. Okay, so these were the main 4 points. Let's talk about the another main points. So next point was that although he had a very bad relationship, a very sore relationship with his history teacher, Mr. Braun, okay, but he had really a very good relationship with his mathematics teacher, Mr. Coach, who also gave him the reference letter so that he might get admission in Italian college or university. Okay. Now next point is that he had a final meeting with his headmaster of the school. There the headmaster told him that he had been expelled from the school, and then means after getting the results from him, that the teachers and the management did not want his presence in the classes, so that's why. Okay, so he left the school. And then last point is what, that his final goodbye was none other than only one of his best and only one friend, that was Yuri, because Elsa was there in Berlin, so it was only Yuri whom he was saying goodbye for his future. So students, like this, the main whole of the summary is being covered in these in these points only, students. So please make this thing that these points should be in your mind while you are writing anything else, even when you are doing the assignment questions or what else. Okay, so student, let's start with the character sketches. Let's start the first character sketch of Albert Einstein. Okay, so you have to write a short portrait, not long. It's not of 80 words, it's of 30 to 40 words. So please listen it properly. Einstein was no doubt intelligent, okay, and he was really very much advanced in his thinking. But Einstein was really very much adamant and rigid type of the boy, as we have seen in this chapter. He was extremely a sensitive person who had a highly personal self-respect of himself. Okay, so here he did means he tried to force out his personality while going for to get a fake that nervous breakdown certificate, but there he showed the signs of that nervous breakdown. Somewhere else, he was really a lot worried about all the things that create a stress on his mind, and like this, he was really bothered in his nervous system. Okay, and then he was a very, very bad liar. He was the worst liar, but although he was practical, but he was a little bit emotional also, especially in the name of Yuri and Elsa. Okay, he got all the things with his hard work and with his one thing that education should be explored, it should not be cram. And then he became a renowned scientist of all the periods, and he was well known and a popular man now. Okay, now let's go to the Yuri. Now, Yuri, who was Yuri? Yuri was the best friend of Albert Einstein. Okay, so Yuri had a great role that 6 months Albert Einstein stayed in Munich. Yuri was an honest as well as a real friend. Who a friend in need is a friend there. Actually, he also was a great support of Albert. He tried to tell Albert where he was wrong, but he was always been there with Albert. He told Albert that what else should be there with us, we have to adjust. Okay, but Albert, knowing Albert very well, that he was so stubborn, rigid, he was always been there to help him out so that his mind would not depress more. On a whole, Yuri was an example of the bestest friend. He was not at all with that Albert's diploma. He was studying in medical college, but still he was the boy who had privileged or given importance to his friendship rather than any type of the status or what else. I hope you students have understood how to write it. Okay, so next question. So go. What reason did the head teacher give for expelling Albert from school? What was the reason that he gave? He gave to Albert when Albert was asking that what he had done. Okay, so here the head teacher expelled Albert from the school and told him that his presence was the greatest horror to the teachers in the class, that because of him they were not able to convince the students with the curriculum of the school, and Albert was a very unruly, rude, as well as lazy boy of the class. So that's why he had been expelled from the school. Okay, one more thing you can add is that he did not respect the education system at all. Okay, Now the next is describe Albert's meeting with Ernest Whale. Okay. Now, who was Ernest Wade? Yes, a friend of Yuri, as well as a doctor who was qualified a week ago and was in under the internship of the experienced doctor. Okay. So, Yuri already gave advice to Albert to be honest and frank with Dr. Ernest Whale. But knowing Albert very well, he already told Dr. Ernest Whale not to be harsh because he had already told the situation of Albert. Okay, and when Albert went there, that Dr. Ernest Whale made him comfortable by telling him that the symptoms of him at that time was of unsound mind, and there he got his certificate of nervous breakdown. Okay, so students, like this, whole of the chapter we people have wrapped up. Please complete whole of the chapter now. I'll be coming back soon with another video. By that time, what you have to do? Yes, what you have to do, like, share and subscribe my channel, as well as ring the bell icon for the further notification. By that time, take good care of yourselves, and bye bye for now.